Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. And on tonight's episode, I am joined by a very good friend of mine.
It's Caffeinator. How's it going, everybody?
And you guys are seeing basically a little sneak peek of what's to come here. Me and the gang, and all of us really had the idea, and we've had the idea for a long time, but we finally got enough people that we feel comfortable doing it with. And basically, what we're going to be doing is doing a role playing kind of playthrough of a episode. Trying to explain it to you guys, but it's going to be something like you would see on TV, an anime series. We're going to be portraying different characters. We're going to stay in the role. We're going to have music and cut scenes and fade to black and different camera angles and all that stuff. We're going to try to do it. I don't know exactly how well it's going to turn out, but I'm hoping it's going to turn out pretty well. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. And this is going to be one of the first cities that you come to. So this is just behind the scenes, guys. It's not quite done yet, but this is kind of the work that I've done so far. Is this the Blood Moon?
Yeah, a blood moon just started, so things are about to get kind of hectic.
Yeah, I went ahead and put on my creative mode so that these things don't attack me. But yeah, if you're going to get attacked, you're going to, man. Because they don't care if there's light or not. They're going to attack regardless. You're going to spawn all over the place. But this is going to be the dock, guys. This is where the airship will pull up, and on this mod pack, we can actually have airships. Watch out behind you, man.
Yep.
Let me go over there and kill them for you. But yeah, we can actually have airships. We can actually move them. We can have people who fly and... Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, you got one right there. But yeah, it's kind of cool that you can have that mod in here. I do apologize for the little lag I'm getting, but we just load it back onto the server after it booted us out, and it's still kind of rebooting here. So... let's come over here. Now, this is where you're going to be dropped off. It's kind of a nice little area. Now, if you look up here, you'll see that there's dirt and stuff on the top. That's going to be for quests, basically, that we will get into when he shows up. The idea that I have, and I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm going to give you guys a little rundown of the ideas that I have. You can tell me if you think they're pretty cool or not. Is that there's a lot of work to be done. It's an RPG game style episode, and so when he gets here, there's going to be people here who are going to be like, oh, this used to be in his big heyday, this and that, and if you want to help out, I'll pay you some money or give you some items. And some of the stuff they want you to do is just kind of clear up the dirt up here that has accumulated over time and made this once proud place not look nearly as well as it used to. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to be going with. And as you can hear, there's some fighting going on. I'm getting actually a fair bit of lag here.
Yeah, that's me. I'm getting shot at by a Gatling skeleton.
Where are you at? You downstairs?
No, I took a wisp form so I could fly around.
Oh, okay, so you're still outside. So let's go back out there and see where you're at.
I got him.
Oh, did you? So what do you think of the place so far, man?
I like it. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's not quite done. As you guys can see, there's a lot of holes. The mountain isn't quite done over here. If we zoom out a little bit, I kind of wish it was daytime because you'd be able to see a whole lot more than you can now. But this is going to be a giant freaking mountain, and at the very top of the mountain is where this building's going to be. And it's going to be, like I said, it used to be a hub of airships. Now they have one or two every so often. And on the inside, it's going to be a castle. There's going to be people in here. You can kind of see this is going to be a little waiting room. I think I'm going to remove these stairs and put like real actual chairs that you can sit down in. So when we're doing the videos, people can actually sit here, and it will actually be like we're having, an actual experience. Like you'll be able to get up and sit back down. Because these you can't do that in. But, oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a bunch of arrows in you. But then you can come down here, and I'm thinking over here on the side, this is going to open up into, some kind of transit station where people can buy tickets and look at the the departure times and stuff. And of course, when they first get here, it's all going to look run down. I might put cobwebs and stuff all over the place to kind of give it that feel like nobody's used it in a very, very long time. But that's, a huge place over here that I have not even begun to use yet or even create yet. So there's a lot of work to be had. And if you come down here, this is going to be, basically an area that, people are going to be waiting in. They're going to be, chairs and tables, and maybe some places people can get some food. Again, it's going to look run down when we first start off, but there's windows so you can see a nice view outside of the heyday when it was really, up and running. And I think I'll probably make dirt blocks in here every so often as well to kind of give it that feel that, Even in here, the dirt is kind of penetrated. Nobody's cleaned it in a while. So, I mean, you guys are kind of seeing the unfinished look of it, but it's going to go all the way down. And over here on the side, if you guys look in there, oh, all my fish are dead. I put some squid in there. Do they need air?
No, they despawn.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's ways to keep them from despawning though.
Oh, okay, I might have to pick your brain on that one now. What would you do, like a little spawner egg or?
No, there's one mod that has these they're called jailer nets, and it says that when you use it on a mob, when you place the mob back in the world, it will despawn.
Right.
There's also a vanilla item called a name tag. Well, we messed with name tags back on Super Happy Fun Time.
Yeah.
That you use to name your horse, but anything you use a name tag on will despawn.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we might have to do that here because I did have 4 or 5 squids down there that you could see through the window. I do realize everything has a red tint on it. Kind of sucks that decided to do the red moon tonight. While we're doing these videos, but it looks completely different during the day, guys. There's the color stone, or not the color stone, the light stone in there, so that you can have a little bit of because without it, you basically couldn't see anything in there. Oh, jeez. Thankfully,
yeah, I got Enderman mad at me.
Thankfully, we're not having too many spawns in here, not like it was the other night. Oh, where do you go?
Yeah, because you got it lit up.
Yeah, I tried to put down as many torches as I possibly could. There was a lot of space in here where creatures were spawning all over the place, and when you're in creative mode, it doesn't really make that big of a difference because they won't attack you and they won't explode. But when you're not, that's what I was worried, that there'd be a lot of these dudes down here just waiting for me, and there they are right there. Let's see if we can kill these guys, get rid of them real quick. Now, again, I'm only doing this in creative mode so that we can get it done, and then once we do the episodes and stuff, I don't know, we might actually do the episodes in creative mode until we start doing the fighting, because there's going to be a fair bit of fighting in here. We're going to have like warriors and wizards, and they're going to go off on certain quests, and it's going to be pretty cool, guys. But until we get to that point where we're just trying to tell the stories, we'll probably be, at least for me anyways, I'll be in creative mode, so we don't have to worry about getting attacked while an episode is going on, because you want to be able to control that a little bit so it goes with the story. But because if we're coming up here at level 1 to get the hang of like the controls and remove dirt from the outside, the last thing you want is to get attacked by one of these YouTubers who spawns and just wrecks the place with you. So definitely kind of a cool little place. I like it. A lot of work to be done, a lot of new ideas to incorporate. I'm not very good with the actual designing of places. I build the frames, and usually somebody else would come around and kind of put the little niceties in there to kind of brighten it up and make it look like a real place, and not just a whole bunch of walls that all look the same. But yeah, I like the outside. I like this deck right here. I like the fact that if you when you're on the air balloon, there's going to be the top deck right here, which kind of docks right here at the top. But then below it, I was going to have it where it goes down a little bit, so that the bottom floor, you're going to have the top place where you get off, and then the air balloon's above that. But down here, you're going to have windows on the air balloon or on the airship, and you should be able to see this window down here, and they're going to be able to see you as well. So you're going to be able to have episodes maybe where people are sitting down here waiting for somebody to arrive while it's raining or snowing, or maybe there's some kind of attack going on outside, and you're going to be able to see what's going on down here on the actual airship. And then of course they can get off up here, which then you kind of lose track of them, which adds to the whole overall feel of not knowing what's going on. And I don't know, I just trying to incorporate different ideas in there for different episodes that I have in my mind. So a lot of work to be done. I've done about 8 hours of work on this thing so far, guys, in creative mode, which is me building all these walls. I still have to come back and make the dirt walls look more real. Like right now they're very blocky. I need to kind of go in there and trim off a few edges, make them look a little bit more like the mountains actually do in the world of Minecraft. And down here I need to go down a little bit further and make it where it actually connects. And this entire area, for the most part, is going to go all the way down to about this point. So that's a lot more floors, because there's going to be people who live in there. There's going to be shops. There's going to be basements. There's going to be areas that people can expand to later on. And I may not add everything right away. What I may do is just use the floors that I know that I have in mind for the very first few episodes, and then add the other ones later on because it's a lot of work to be had down here. And as you can see, it's kind of a cool little area. You got some ocean down here, and you got some lava over here. Now the cool thing about this mod pack is not only can you make the air balloons, the airships, but you can also make actual ships, ships that sail on the water. And so I'm thinking maybe at some point we might incorporate that into an episode. Maybe go off and do some piracy or stop pirates or something along those lines. And there's a nice little way to get into this cove. I can expand it a little bit, make sure that my guys can get out here or something along those lines. And they're still semi-protected, so I might be able to put guard towers out here. I mean, there's just tons and tons of stuff that I can be doing for the episode. So if you guys have any ideas, you want me to do something in mind, yeah, definitely leave those comments down below because I would love to hear what you guys have to think. But right now, it's just it's in its base form. It's there's not much more I can do to it other than finish off the frame. But what do you think, man?
I think it looks great so far. It's fun.
Any ideas to spruce it up? I mean, what would you do if you could change something?
I was thinking of maybe smooth out these little scaffolding frames a little bit, maybe.
Oh, if you got a easier way of doing that, that was just my first attempt to do it, and it's just what I came up with. I don't even know if that looks realistic, where it could hold it, but yeah, this whole wall right here, this dirt wall, wasn't even here when I put the scaffolding in, so I was like, I gotta attach it to something down here. What would you use? I thought maybe using the fences might work, and it did kind of look okay up here. I don't know if it's exactly what I wanted, but I didn't know what other material you could use for scaffolding.
Well, I was thinking of just use the same carpenter's blocks, but use slope pieces rather than wedge pieces.
Well, there's several different kinds in there. I mean, there's the slope pieces on top, and then the wedge pieces in the center. So I used, I think it was 2 different types. It was the triangle piece and then the slope pieces, or the wedge pieces. So, like I said, I was just trying to go with something that looked the straightest line, that still looked like it had some structure to it that was wood. But yeah, I definitely would be open to you, checking that out and doing something else to it if you got something in mind. Now, I did have the idea of filling this in with light, but then I was like, I don't know, because how do you explain that? Like that wouldn't really fit into the world that we're creating unless it was magical. And I don't know if I really want to do that. I kind of want to make it look run down to start with. Maybe down the road, as he starts improving the place, then make it where maybe they can go on a quest. And I think you were saying you can fill this in with something, right?
The carpenter's blocks, yeah, you can add a regular block type to it to disguise it as something else.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the light goes, I mean, you can't just stick a glowstone in there because it won't light up. But she said you can use dust, I think, right?
Yeah, if you shift right-click it with a glowstone dust, it will actually light up.
Okay, so that might be worth it. That might be something we will go on a quest for to light this up, because I think that would make it look very regal, very noticeable if this entire thing was lit up from afar, almost as if it was like Christmas Day or something like that. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. As I said, it's a big area, lots of room to kind of move around. I did choose the snow biome because I just like the snow biome. Unfortunately, something I noticed that we can't really show off now because it's not snowing or raining is about halfway over here into this corner, it switches for some reason from snow to rain. So we got snow on the right-hand side, and then from like here on, it's rain. So I don't really know how to fix that. I don't know if you can fix that. But yeah, it might be a thing when we're shooting the videos. We'll have to explain that somehow. Maybe it's magical or something. But yeah, it goes from snow to rain very quickly in this one little area. Although you can see that it has a lot of snow on this one end, so it may just be this little corner piece that gets the rain. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but yeah, it's still a lot of ideas kind of roaming around in my head. What about inside here, man? Do you see anything? Because I saw with yours, you did a lot of carpentry or the carpenter blocks where you kind of changed the designs on the floors, and I like that. It gives it a nice little breakup.
Yeah, blocks. Some of the chisel blocks have patterns that are basically called connected patterns, where if you have two or more blocks of the same type together, the pattern will merge together to, like, you can have like a border that goes around all the edges of the group of blocks rather than the individual blocks.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would be definitely something I would like to try in here. Just kind of break it up a little bit. Again, I want it to look really really fancy, like it used to be one of the nicest places out there. But then after that, I need to like dirty it up so it looks pretty bad, and maybe throw in a few blocks that have been broken and just kind of have to fix those down the road, and again make that like a quest or something like that. But I'm going to start with it looking really nice, and once everything's up and running, once everything looks the way it's supposed to, then I'm going to go back and make it look kind of run down and just in disrepair.
You might want to put like maybe some engines or something in there just for aesthetics.
Some what?
Like some engines.
Oh yeah,
like,
we could go with something like that. I do want to keep it more like magical and stuff, but yeah, a few little mechanical devices and stuff thrown in there every so often, give it like a little steampunk kind of look to it. Especially when it comes to the airship. Like the airship, I imagine you're gonna have to have some kind of little engine on it or something, you know.
Let me show you one that I was thinking about. So, put these. Oops.
Put some more torches down, just in case. Never can be too careful, guys. Redstone engine times 1.
Lever.
And I did put a clock over here as well, but I wasn't quite sure about it. I mean, it doesn't really fit with the overall theme, but
Yeah. I'm not sure where you would want to put it. Like maybe have an opening for a machinery room somewhere that's kind of broken open or something. And then you have like a machine like this.
see, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I figured, downstairs on like the 3rd or 4th floor, that's where I would start putting some of the different stuff, like the magical or maybe a few like dojos and stuff, like where people can learn combat arts and just something to open up down the road after people start moving back into the place. Because, we're going to be using whoever wants to join, so we'll need different actors for the different parts. I do actually have a program that came with the new computer that has it where it can change your voice. So I can sound like a demon, I can sound like a little kid or an elf. There's like 15 different choices that can go on there and alter my voice in some way. So, this is cool. Oh, sorry. Dang it.
That's right.
I keep forgetting what button does what.
Let's see. Is it this kind of way? There we go.
Oh, check that out, guys. That is cool. Yeah, I would definitely use something like that. Now, do the switches have to be right here next to it, or can they be hidden like underneath it?
They could be hidden underneath it.
Okay, so yeah, you can just put that in there because that actually looks a little magical as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could use that in a like a workshop or one of these places that has a I don't know, like a smelting place or something for the blacksmith. I mean, that looks like something that they could have and just have it broken, have it not working, or have one of them not working and they need to fix it, and that could be a whole long quest as well. And at least that's the idea that we're kind of going with, the guys, is to give these guys as many quests and then make a whole episode about that, and just do funny commentary, funny characters, and go through it, and each episode maybe build a little bit of the character development and give a little bit of backstory about the people we have in there. I like that. One going slow, one going really fast. That is cool, guys. See, that's why, it's really nice to have somebody here with you who knows about all this, different kind of machine shop stuff that I just do not know at all. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below because I would love to hear back from you guys. And until next time,